வெகு விரைவில் என்டையர் தமிழ்நாடு சவுத் தமிழ்நாடும் இந்த மழை வெள்ள பாதிப்பிலிருந்து நிச்சயமாக வெளிவரும். ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. இந்தியா கூட்டணி மீட்டிங் நான் போல. Tamilnadu is the leader in the EV sector, right? And we're making everything, we're doing everything possible to make it even better. And we're trying to get some really good new policies coming in where we go through the entire value chain of the EV industry. So we're working towards that. We're already number one in India, and we want to be number one in every part of the ecosystem in the EV sector. And we're building on that. There's good policies coming, and they're on the anvil. Very quickly, you'll see some good policies. இல்லை மழையில் எந்த இப்போ நான் சென்னை முழுமையாக பார்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் நிறைய சென்ட்ரல் சென்னையெல்லாம் அடுத்த நாளே அந்த 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 மழை வெள்ள பாதிப்புலேருந்து வெளியில் வந்துச்சு. மாண்பு முதலமைச்சர் அவர்களின் தொலைநோக்கு சிந்தனையினால், அவர் சீரிய முயற்சியினால் அடுத்த நாளே சென்ட்ரல் பார்ட் ஆஃப் சென்னையெல்லாம் ட்ரையாகவே இருந்துச்சு. உங்களுக்கே நல்லா தெரியும், மழை பெஞ்ச அடுத்த நாள் காலையிலே ஒரு சில பார்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் சென்னை மட்டுமே ஒரு சில பாதிப்பு இருந்துச்சு. அதையும் வெகு விரைவில் மாண்பு முதலமைச்சர் அவர் நேரடியாக களத்தில் இறங்கி அவர் எல்லாத்தையும் சீர் செஞ்சுட்டார். சென்னை முழுமையாக மீண்டு விட்டது. அதே போல் தென் தமிழகமும் முழுமையாக பல பகுதிகள் மீண்டு விட்டாச்சு. ஒரு சில பகுதி நம்ம தூத்துக்குடி போன்ற பகுதிகளில் மட்டும்தான் இப்போது ஒரு சில இடத்துல பாதிப்புகள் இருக்குது. அதையும் நேரடியாக களத்திலேயே சென்று ஆய்வு செய்து எல்லா பணிகளையும் முடிக்க விட்டிருக்கிறார் மாண்பு முதலமைச்சர் அவர்கள். வெகு விரைவில் என்டையர் தமிழ்நாடு சவுத் தமிழ்நாடும் இந்த மழை வெள்ள பாதிப்பிலிருந்து நிச்சயமாக வெளிவரும். ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. இந்தியா கூட்டணி மீட்டிங் நான் போல. புரியல. அதெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை. ரொம்ப அற்புதமான மாநாடாக இது வரைக்கும் வரலாறு காணாத ஒரு மாநாடாக இது இருக்க போகிறது. குறிப்பாக தமிழகத்துக்கும் தென் தமிழகத்தை சார்ந்த மக்களுக்கு மிக சிறப்பான ஒரு அறிவிப்புகள் எல்லாம் வரவிருக்கின்றன. இந்த மாநாட்டில் அவர்கள் இந்த இக்கட்டான சூழ்நிலையில் இப்போ இருக்கும் இந்த சூழ்நிலையில் அவருக்கு மிக சிறந்த பல புதிய அறிவிப்புகள் வரவிருக்கின்றன. நம்ம தென் தமிழகத்துக்கு மட்டுமே நல்ல அறிவிப்புகள்லாம் வரும். இல்லை அதெல்லாம்
The government is enabling that in a place like Tanjavur. It's the delta, right? It's the delta of it's the rice bowl of the country. There's not much of tech growth there. We're taking it there now, but I know that there are hundreds of thousands of kids who are coming from the Tanjavur belt to Chennai and struggling here in Chennai with the cosmopolitan city, the cost of living, which is obviously any day higher than any other rural area. So when they want to just stay with their parents and they just want to do a bit of farming also on the side, you can still do that in Tanjavur and be a techie in Tamil Nadu. So this is distributed growth, right? You can just do your own thing and still be that global young leader, prospective young leader. I just finished by saying one last thing. This whole thing that the whole 40-50 years of concentrated development, equitable growth. You know what? Today, in all the women working in factories in India, of all the women working in India, the women workforce in India, 43% is from Tamil Nadu. Can you beat that? Can you beat that? And that is why Tamil Nadu is winning.
But what's your take? And you've been working hard on the EV story in the last many months. Do you want to talk to us? Because this is an audience which is naturally excited about this whole spectrum.
All right, first of all, there's a bit of a correction there. We are not going to be the EV capital. We are the EV capital. I'll tell you facts. I'll give you facts. All these large manufacturers, when they're coming in, what do they get to do? It's not just about the story of manufacturing, right? And what kind of manufacturing is your EV on? What kind of energy is your EV being built on? See, when you build in Tamil Nadu, you build in the greenest state possible. We are already at 50% of green energy. We're pushing that number up. Of that 50%, we are about 40% solar and about 60% wind. And very soon we're going to have the offshore wind coming in too. We are trying to save our coral reefs, also making sure that the offshore wind doesn't step on our coral reefs. We are extremely careful about sustainability and protecting the environment. That is why Tamil Nadu today has a green climate company. It has several other missions, green missions. We have a target of greening the state by about 50%. We are at 23% of green cover today. We want to go up to 33%, which is about 11,500 kilometers of greening. That's sort of bigger than many countries. So when talking about countries anyway, in Tamil Nadu, we peg our goals against countries and not states. We don't peg ourselves with other states because our indices are not comparable to other states. Our indices are rather comparable to grown nations. Even the US, the US is around 43%. That's their GER. That's the gross enrollment ratio, right? Somewhere around that. But we are above the 50% mark already. What we compare ourselves is with the Scandinavian countries. They're like way up there, and that's where we want to get. So our targets are higher. So coming back to this green and the EV targets, we want to peg our targets higher also. We are the EV capital of India today, and we want to become the EV capital of the world. No questions. We don't want to look at anything as lesser than that. And how? Why am I confident? Because I know the talent power exists here and nowhere else in the world. Because I know that my young people, my young students, our young students, your young students, I know India can manufacture for the world, and I know that Tamil Nadu can play a big role in that. I'll tell you why I'm saying Tamil Nadu and India. We very strongly believe that only a strong India, a very booming, glorious, growing nation can make this state also stronger. So what we are trying to do is contribute and not just compete and pick out, right? So this is where I want to make this very clear. Tamil Nadu has always been very focused on contributing to the nation, and this is what my leader also keeps saying. My chief minister keeps saying that we want to contribute to the growth of the nation. We are not competing with other states, and we are not trying to pull out growth from there, like a few people. But this is something which we're very clear about, and we are doing what we are doing best. Let us do what we are doing best, and I'm sure that this nation, with its varied states, with its varied capabilities, has different things to do for every part of the nation, right? There are states which can do amazingly well in red category industries. I cannot do that. We cannot do that in Tamil Nadu. We do not have 1 lakh acres of land. We do not have 50,000, 25,000 acres of land. We don't have that because this is a temple state. Everywhere you go, you have HRNC lands and you have lush green farms, and we can't touch that, right? But wherever you get barren land in India, go do the red category there. Take that kind of growth there, and give us electronics. We are amazing at it. EV, auto, we are number one for the longest time. We manufacture for India again. And electronics, last year we did 5.37 billion. In the last 6 months alone this year, we've hit 5 billion, close to 5 billion. I'm sure we're going to cross 8 billion this year. This is how big we are in electronics and auto. Automatically, we are number one in EV, right? What is it? 70% of your EV is electronics. And the kind of business and the kind of manufacturing that happens in Tamil Nadu, because of the talent that is available, because of the talent capability, and because we are working to make the talent better every day with schemes like the Nan Mudalvan scheme, which adds value to the existing talent pool. What the Nan Mudalvan scheme, it's a skilling scheme. What does it do? It comes under our Honorable Sports Minister through Udayanidhi Stalin Avargal. And what does he do? He sits there every day. He makes sure that's tweaked every day to the industry's demands. We listen to the industry. We know where this industry is going. We know which direction you guys are taking. And we make sure that we tweak those talents according to your requirement, so these guys are getting better at their job. I'll close by just saying one last thing. EV, yes, we are going to go ahead. We are going to spur ahead. There's the circularity economy that is also key for an EV sector to boom, the entire ecosystem to boom. We're concentrating on that. There's a scrapping policy coming, which is also going to look at it. There's a battery manufacturing policy coming in. And in batteries, we're going to cell chemistry. We're going the full 9 yards with this. We don't want to just tap the the top level of the EV industry. We want to go the complete value chain, and I think very, very soon, probably in the next year or so, you might hear news coming in about cell manufacturing in a big way, in core cell manufacturing also. These are things that the government is going. But as I said, when we listen to the industry and the industry gives feedback and we match the demands on a daily basis, then that is what you get. That is what you get, the best possible talent to create the best possible environment for any industry to come and bloom in.
As you said about distributed growth in Tamil Nadu, comparative to northern districts like Madurai, Sivagangai, Ramanathapuram, we believe that the industrial distribution, the job opportunities are not very much equal, or at least to a level compared to Chennai and other parts of Tamil Nadu. Do you have any special initiatives to bring some government industries like we have in Trichy or some other places, especially in Madurai district or down south?
Do you want to introduce yourself and where you're from also, please?
I'm Deepak, sir. I'm from Y Madurai.
So no wonder. So, no, that's a good one, and I already told you that's the intention of this Honorable Chief Minister. He has been very, very clear about taking growth to all corners of Tamil Nadu. There is a clustering, there's a bit of clustering in Chennai, right? This is the usual thing, right? Urbanization begins, people move to a city, it becomes a metro, and then you see another city blooming. And anyway, we've had the good fortune of having three major cities to begin with Coimbatore, Madurai, and Chennai being good developed regions for the longest time. And Coimbatore for us was also the amazing manufacturing hub, which we started about more than a century ago. So we had the good fortune of having three major bases already. But the problem is, again, Chennai, with Chennai being Chennai and being the metro, and the blooming of that entire electronics ecosystem around Chennai and the tech ecosystem around Chennai, this became big, and and we also produced the highest number of engineers in that time. Please sit down. So we also started producing. We actually produce about 200,000 engineers every year. Right, so all these engineers drove down to Chennai, and now Chennai bloomed up. So, but this is exactly what the Chief Minister is trying to do. We're taking growth to Madurai. Yes, Madurai is already getting the Mitra Park already. We're bringing in textile growth into Madurai. Down south, Thoothukudi is another amazing port, one of the biggest port. Chennai, Tamil Nadu is best with some amazing ports. Ennore, Thoothukudi, the Chennai port. So we have some of the biggest ports and the best ports for ro-ros again. And we have some of the best handling facilities. So we're trying to leverage that for down south. We're doing something in Tirunelveli, we're doing something in Tenkasi again. There is a bit of growth, there's a bit of tech growth already, but we are trying to improve on that. And yes, the industrial policy itself gives you better incentives when you produce in category A, which is in Chennai, and then you go to B, C, you get better incentives as you go down south or into districts which haven't seen industrial growth yet. So we're already concentrating on that. Big things are coming for Madurai, for sure. We are definitely getting... All right, good. So many people from Madurai. So you must have been here yesterday when PTR Anna was here, so that's good. And with PTR Anna there, you know it's definitely coming also. And I'm sure there's huge growth, and the Honorable Chief Minister is also taking the metro to Coimbatore, to Madurai again. Mobility is going to increase, and you're definitely going to, there's good connectivity coming. The airport also is seeing more number of international flights, possibly very soon. I'm working on that personally. And yes, the south of Tamil Nadu is going to see a big, they're going to see big names coming in. We already, you do know that south of Tamil Nadu has factories like Bosch, which incidentally has about 85% women working there. 84% of that factory is women right there. You know that.
Thank you. Gentlemen, yeah.
Sir, good morning. Radha Jay Johar from Chhattisgarh, as we greet everyone in Chhattisgarh. I'm Alok Agrawal from Wire Raipur chapter. So as you mentioned that in Tamil Nadu, you don't have only one pocket of urbanization. You have multiple pockets of urbanization. So what kind of advice or suggestion would you give to the Chhattisgarh government so that we also have these kind of multiple pockets of urbanization and the growth is quite balanced?
Education. just education, just plain education. Just take schools to the nooks and corners of the state. If you get schools and you concentrate on primary education, do better in secondary. Make sure your kids who are going out of school get schemes like ours, like the skilling scheme that we have. It's called the Non-Mudalan scheme. It's basically a skilling scheme where we make sure the kids get. I'll tell you what we do with that. It's a very, very special thing. When you talk about rural kids, and we're going into colleges, the problem happens when they goes into college, they go and step into big colleges, right? You'll probably have huge campuses there in colleges. You're studying in one small thatched roof or a very, very small building in a small school in one corner of Chhattisgarh, and then suddenly you go into one huge campus. There's this, you know, there are kids who just sat there and you know, frozen, right? Because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to go talk. They don't know if I should just go talk. This is like so huge. The shock and awe when they go into an institution which is sprawling, that itself, you know, kills their self-esteem, kills their, you know, the confidence level. But here in Tamil Nadu, what we do is, when they're in the 12th standard, kids get to choose which college they want to go to and visit, right? We take these kids in a bus. It's all completely arranged by the state government. We take all these kids from 12th standard who want to go just see that one college that they're, you know, dreaming to go into. And they're taken there, and we make sure that they're given a lecture by their professors who are there in that college. They go sit in lectures in college, in their in courses of their choice, and sit and see what they will go and see after they pass out, even before they're going in there. That is the kind of scheme that we've developed here in Tamil Nadu. So what we're trying to do is enable the kids to get better education, and once they're getting the best education, what we also do is try to skill them according to their likes and not according to the likes of their or the fancy whims and fancies of the parents, for sure. So it's about what the kid wants, and the government steps in and gives them the entire. They throw out this possibility of going into so many other colleges and choosing their destiny on their own. So that is what this government is doing. I think every government should do that, for sure.
The growth opportunities and development that you're talking about is very visible now in Tamil Nadu, right? Which was not there a couple of years ago, maybe when I was in college and all. But if you notice my peers and my juniors, unfortunately the allure to go abroad, settle abroad, and still make a life abroad is still there. And they believe that the grass is greener only out there. What do we do to change this, and how do we retain talent that's ultimately ours?
Do you also want to tell that you've come back and so that...
Oh, sure, of course. So, thank you, Shankaranna. So, I did my master's in London School of Economics, and I came back marginally because a lot of pressure from my family saying, come back. They sort of showed me what we have here. But the main reason why I came back was my Taiwanese friends wanted to go back. And so I was left all alone, and I ultimately came back, and I'm very happy that I did. So what do we do to retain the talent that is here?
The first thing you can do is talk to your Taiwanese friends and bring some chip manufacturing into Tamil Nadu. Yeah. That's my personal pitch. That's my personal pitch there. So please talk to them. I'm absolutely, I don't know if I can call it a country yet, because sitting here as a minister, there's this thing if we can call the Taiwan a country or not, because of our relationship with China and everything. But yeah, please do give them a shout out and tell them we are open and we're doing better than the PL. I'll tell you something later. Yeah, because I don't want other states to know what we're giving them. So, it's a beautiful question, and that's something which we're very, very focused on. We're working on that. We want to stop that brain drain. And the entire country wants to stop the brain drain, right? And I think in many ways now we're starting to work on that. Because the grass is drying up out there, and many are actually seeing facts that we are being better, we are growing better, we are growing faster, and there is more money to make back home than, you know, sitting there elsewhere and just losing out on having friends and family here, right? So that's one. But then what is this, as a government, what we are doing is bringing in more labs, more testing facilities. Why? Because we want research to happen right here. only when research happens here, only when there are more patents doled out, only then will you find more newer, fresher jobs for the young minds to stick around here, right? You want to give them the best education possible, and then you don't give them to do one better. You don't give them enough infra to do one better. What do you expect them to do? They'll of course leave, right? Of course leave and go chase their dreams. But if you give them the facility right here at home to chase their dreams, sitting at home with family, what more can you give them? And that is exactly what this government of Tamil Nadu under the Honorable Chief Minister through M.K. Stalin is doing. We are bringing in more testing facilities. We're making more center of excellences right here at home. So what is happening is, last year, we filed the highest number of patents in India. We filed so Tamil Nadu and its research capabilities is improving rapidly. I personally think the union should also help the states in a better way by investing more into research, and I think that is where we're heading. We also should look at reverse engineering in a big way, and that's something which China did in a big way and succeeded. And as a growing nation, and with China +1 helping us grow, we must also look at the way they grew and study, learn, and make sure that we do that here, right here at home, and make sure that our young generation, the generation which is already, who's looking at breaking out from India and going out, there has been a huge number, I don't want to go into that as politics, but there's been a huge flow of young minds, young people, and people going out of the country, immigrating into other countries. But that is something which at least Tamil Nadu is definitely trying to stop, because we're going to try and give them better facilities, and you already have TANCAM, TANSAM and others set up, bringing in the best of research infra to make sure that these kids, if they're not into research, I'll tell you also that Tamil Nadu has the highest number of research fellows in India, and this is why we have today Hitachi Energy's world's biggest research GCC is right here in Chennai, and they have 3,500 research fellows, and 500 of them are PhDs, and most of them women. So beat that, yeah. So that's our strength, and you can't do this elsewhere in India. We're doing this here, and yes, we want to stop this brain drain and make sure that all these young people get to do whatever that they're getting to do there, right here in Tamil Nadu. Finally, we are also bringing in a knowledge city, where we want to bring all the universities from across the world and make sure that they bring in their own offices, campuses right here in Tamil Nadu, close to Chennai.
So, I also think that we do it strategically a little, because we've planted some of our people as CEOs of some of these known companies. So they're also sending in some investment, and in the global investors meet, So this time we will also realize that when you go talk about Tamil Nadu, some of these companies know us because they are from us. So I think it's a great question and well positioned. We'll take two more questions quickly, but then I also want to acknowledge the fact that we have international delegations now in the summit. We have young leaders from Sri Lanka and from Indonesia here. So just telling you that this is also getting a little international, as much as it's a young Indian summit. Yes, please. The gentleman there. Yes. Near the camera.
Good morning. I'm Rajiv Shukla from Via Jamshedpur. My question is, we talk about big industries coming to Tamil Nadu. Since I come from Jamshedpur, which is an automobile hub, so how easy or difficult it is for an MSME to come to Tamil Nadu and start its operation? Like, we face challenges there in terms of, let's say, land allotment, then policy matters, compliances. So, what is the attraction that you see that MSMEs can have here at Chennai or Tamil Nadu?
Yeah, it's a good one. And we very strongly believe that MSMEs are the bloodlines of major industries, and we've always been very carefully grooming our MSME sector. And that is why Tamil Nadu has the highest number of factories in India. 40,000 units right here. The second best state only has about 27,000. So, right? So that when you have that many number of factories churning out production, you know for a fact that the MSMEs are doing well, right? only if the MSMEs are doing well, only if the component manufacturing, the equipment manufacturing and the tooling happens vibrantly can an industry of this scale exist. Right? So MSMEs, yes, there's a lot of incentives that this government is giving, and we also have a lot of SIDCOs and SIPCOs. These are industrial promotion agencies. We give out land plots suitable for your requirement, to your requirement in your clusters, and from Jamshedpur. I must say, you can ask your friends at Tata. They're doing amazingly well. And the Tatas, not just the Tatas, those supplying to the Tatas are the basic MSMEs who are doing some amazing research on their own, because patency and research happens at the low level, and that is when the industries can fight clearly without having to think about how to firefight there, right? They can just do their thing, while all the problem solving happens right there at the MSMEs. And these MSMEs are also enabled, and they're also given the best possible testing facilities and access to facilities by the government of Tamil Nadu. So yes, please do come to Tamil Nadu. It's not just this investment, the global investors meet is not only about global investors coming to Tamil Nadu. It is more about improving upon our own manufacturing capability, and MSMEs play a big role, and we absolutely respect your thought of just even talking about coming into Tamil Nadu. Whatever you need, our doors are open. Guidance Tamil Nadu and the SIDCO management and the SIPCOT management is always open to newer, fresher investments coming into Tamil Nadu by way of MSMEs also, yes. But we are happy that this gap is lesser when compared to any other state. So I think that is why you have women-focused schemes from the government of Tamil Nadu, which are enabling more women to come up. And as far as seeing more women at the top CEO level, I think industry industry itself should improve upon its goals. They should do better at their DEI targets, and I think that's a good thing. When Nisaba Godrej had come in, she basically told us that this is a line. She said, "I'm so happy Tamil Nadu is part of India, and I'm so happy that a state is doing so much for DEI indices, and we are also being so inclusive, because Tamil Nadu is the only state which has an LGBTQIA policy also on the annual, right? Not just a TG policy, not just a transgender policy, which we did long time back, but now we have an LGBTQIA policy on the annual. So this is something we are so far ahead of the curve that most of them don't even understand what we're talking about. So yes, we're trying to correct that gap, and I think as a state, as a society, there's a bigger issue, and we should work together to address that. As far as the courses are concerned, on a daily basis, we connect with the industry. I did tell you about the non-Mudalvan scheme. We also tie up with people like Coursera, and we get packages done by them, and we do these Coursera packages to the non-Mudalvan schemes, kids at school, in college, and make sure that they're getting tweaked according to the requirement of the industry. And as you said, there are specific courses that foreign universities offer, but we are yet to grab onto that. I think the Madras University and other the higher education department is also working towards that goal, and I think one major step towards that goal is the Knowledge City, which is going to come up very soon. And that point is well taken, and the State Planning Commission in particular is working on some amazing things for the development of education and getting in some foreign universities into Tamil Nadu. The conversations are getting better. It's not like before. Some of you might think that the exterior politics might have connected with that. You should come and connect with politics. Please throw away that prejudice that you have on politicians. We are better. Try talking to us sometimes, and I think you'll see that we are better. So thank you for having me here. Cheers.
Thank you.